What is up, YouTube? This is Teak11 coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. You know, it's not been easy to be a Looney Tunes fan these past couple years. The new regime at Warner Brothers has been treating some of the most beloved characters in animation history like toilet paper ever since Satan himself took over the company. From releasing awful movies to not releasing good movies to, as of last night, removing the old shorts from Max. I mean, what's the deal?
You got a problem with cartoons?
Even this movie, which Warner's announced with a whole lot of pomp and circumstance, another company is distributing it. They're not advertising much at all. And the current plan is for it to only stay in theaters until Thursday. But while it is in theaters, go fucking see it. Because The Day the Earth Blew Up is awesome. For some reason, the Looney Tunes brand of comedy has been largely difficult to transfer to a full movie. They're not all as bad as Space Jam, but most are pretty bleh. This film, on the other hand, is energetic, colorful, creative, and a blast. A joyous experience that feels like it could have come out back in the Tunes' heyday. In so many ways, this movie is a throwback. As the title suggests, it heavily lampoons 50s science fiction. Not just The Day the Earth Stood Still, but The Blob and The Thing especially. There's also quite a bit of love shown towards the 90s era of Warner Animation. Not least of all because there's a well-used REM needle drop at one point. I know it's not, but it feels like it could have been the same creative team that gave us Animaniacs or Freakazoid. Even though the movie can sometimes feel retro, it's not too overpowering. It has an appreciation for where these characters have been, but not an obsession. And part of the reason this works so much better than the other Looney Tunes films is instead of half-heartedly trying to cram every iconic character into a movie, it only takes a couple and builds a story around them. Don't expect a parade of characters. Even Bugs is notably absent from this film. But that's because The Day the Earth Blew Up is not an ensemble piece. It's a double act. This is Porky and Daffy's movie. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Speaking of those characters, they make a great duo. I think this film's version of Daffy is a little dialed back. I mean, he's not nearly as mean as I'd come to expect, but the brotherly friendship is genuinely really moving at times. Now, there are moments when this movie pokes fun at the sacchariness of kids' films, but it has much more heart than the other movies featuring the Looney Tunes, at least in my opinion. And while it isn't just a series of gags draped around a rickety plot like Back in Action or either of the Space Jam films, the jokes that are here are bangers. Now, the year is still young, but this is by far the hardest I've laughed in a theater in 2025. There's a joke in the first few minutes concerning a very stiffly animated side character that had me in stitches. And it really is a best of both worlds situation. The central story is effective, but the rate they throw winning jokes at you is also staggering. Sometimes 2 or 3 genius gags over the course of 30 seconds. The Day the Earth Blew Up is not only the best movie featuring these characters, but if Warner's Animation has any more aces up its sleeve this compelling, we're talking a generational run. Their belated answer to the Disney Renaissance. It's a great film, no doubt, but there are at times a few seams that appear. I appreciated the tighter focus, and I'm not asking this to be a cameo fest, but I do think maybe one more Central Looney Tunes character would have been a nice touch. I mean, it's an alien movie, maybe like Marvin the Martian could have shown up or something. And while I think the movie looks damn impressive, all things considered, there are times when you can tell this was meant to debut on television. It still looks damn impressive, and it's a cut above most of what you'd see on there. I appreciate a hand-drawn, theatrically released animated film any day, but sometimes it's a little jerky, and the character designs can be kind of bland. I mean, it's appealing visually, but I do just have a slightly higher standard for theatrical animation. In every other way, though, The Day the Earth Blew Up is a triumph. A great film featuring venerated characters and another bullet in the gun of anybody who thinks animation is cinema. If you ever take my advice, take it now. See this movie. If nothing else, because it'd piss this scumbag off. 9.5 out of 10. This is T Quentin 1 signing out.